Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one we're going to be doing a breakdown analysis on the ticker Mrna, which is Moderna. We did do one a few days ago on Pfizer, and we will actually be using that in the breakdown of Moderna because I do think that they will be, obviously they're both big COVID suppliers, so that could be having a big impact on where they move. So firstly, we'll quickly go on to Pfizer just so we can see how this is moving, because it will have an impact on Moderna. So looking at Pfizer, you can see it had that same pullback as Moderna here, but has continued its uptrend a lot quicker and stronger than Moderna has. Well, actually I say stronger, but it's not moved as much in a percentage move, but I just mean it's being able to do this move a lot quicker. However, we are coming into these deviations on Pfizer, and this is most likely going to be the end of the move for Pfizer, so it looks like we could quite easily end this move today. As you can see, when we came into these deviations on Pfizer, we had that big sell-off today. It's retraced to this mark, so that may mean we break through on this move, but we'll have the real challenge at $50.80. And this will most likely be the end of that move, and if so, that will probably go over to Moderna. If not, we will be going through and probably be stopping around the $54 mark on Pfizer. But these are also important to keep an eye on Moderna, because as they do trade somewhat similar, obviously their pullbacks are different. So we had that same move, they pulled back on that same day, but the upwards move is just taking a bit longer on Moderna. So what could happen is on Pfizer, when Pfizer hits into this $50.80 level to around that $51 mark, if Pfizer starts to reverse and we see it falling down, we could see that same thing happen on Moderna, even if we're not hitting into technical levels. The reason for that is people may be looking at Pfizer as more of the leader out of the two and thinking Moderna will do the same, so they're cashing out their profits on Moderna or trying to trade Moderna in that same way. However, if it doesn't react to the Pfizer and carries on more using its own technicals, the key levels we'll be looking at is around this 445 level to around that 450 level. This will be the next kind of major resistance level. If we can break through that, however, though, we will be looking at targets around all-time highs of around $520 to around $535. Don't really see it going higher than that. However, if it does, these $600 and $620 levels would be where we would expect that end of the move. However, we don't really see it going anywhere past this 535 level. That would be very ambitious and quite crazy, to be honest, on a large cap stock. However, as well, if we go down to the downside, you can see we've already bounced off this deviation, and that's why we've had that strong bounce off today of around 7.5%, continuing upwards. So what could happen now is we are coming into kind of this half deviation over here, and they are the same on both the daily and the 4 hour. If it comes into this level, we could quite easily just push down and retest this level, and we would most likely break further down. However, if we break over this half deviation, we got that retest at 450, and like I said, this will be its next kind of level of major resistance. So quite off this level, we could quite easily just break down, and that could be the end of Moderna's move, at least for now. Or we could kind of come into this level, bounce back before retesting and breaking through on that new move. And if we do break through, our next kind of target would be around this all-time high, $500, to around that 535 to 520 level. And again, we'll probably see that same thing. It will come up to this $500 level, may chop around here and struggle, maybe pull back a bit before breaking through, and then it will get its proper resistance at 520 to 533. However, I do think that's unlikely. This area does seem quite unlikely, above that $500 level, at least for now, for two main reasons. Firstly, it would require us breaking an all-time high, and we've just pulled back quite heavily from it. It does seem a bit unrealistic to go for it straight away. It would make sense if we retest that in maybe at least a month or so time. The other reason I think that's a bit unachievable is looking at Pfizer. Obviously, it's not the same stock, but they do kind of trade similar. And for Moderna to be that high, and if Pfizer moves on that same track, Pfizer would probably be looking around that $55 to $56 level, which would just be a crazy oversold value on Pfizer, at least for now. So in summary, we can see kind of two things happening with Moderna, obviously up or down. In my opinion, we will come and retest this midway deviation, and I do think we'll actually break through and retest this 450 level. This is where I do think that move will end, and then that new downtrend will start. We'll retest this 360, 370 level. And then we may just hover around here before finally breaking through and just coming back to statistical mean of around $300 to around $280. And then we'll probably be waiting a few months or something like that for Moderna to get some new news, and we either see it push up or down. So hope you enjoyed the breakdown analysis on Moderna. Hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.